Hello everyone, it's Mike Newman again with the Monday morning finish line. Conference weekend, everyone. And it was kind of busy. It was kind of rainy on Saturday too. Hats off to all of those great meet managers that plan to run their varsity races early in the day. You're smart, and freshmen and sophomores need to pay their dues, so to speak, and run in the rain and the mud like that. And then on the other hand, the meet that I was at got a little bit soaked. It was a little bit of a monsoon. But we have a lot to talk about today. This is going to be a long show. I have my stopwatch. I usually keep a stopwatch so I can see how long I'm going. I usually like to keep it at 15-20 minutes. And there are a lot of meets. I decided any conference meet that I received for TFX, we're going to talk about. It's like about 35, 36 meets, so we got a lot to talk about here. And we have an unofficial sponsor too, Coca-Cola. So the people of Coca-Cola, if you see this video, yeah, wishful thinking, I know. Coca-Cola is the drink that got me through the last 24 hours of about 1 hour of sleep and putting a lot of things in there and writing a lot of things down too. So I hope everybody liked the little things that I wrote in there. But Coca-Cola, Coke is where it's at. I don't know what it is. Coke, the voice of a new generation. I don't even know what. Never mind. Yeah, so much for my sponsorship. Right. But there are a lot of meets that went on this weekend, to be on a serious side. And I'm going to talk about the meets that I received. There may be meets that are out there, and there were a few meets that I didn't receive. You know what? I can't talk about them. If I don't know a lot of details about them, I can't talk about it. So we're going to stop there, and we're going to keep on going. First meet was we'll go through a couple of Thursday meets. 4 meets that I have in detail. First was the Oqua Valley meet. It's basically a 1A team meet in East Central Illinois. And on the girls' side, you had the number 1 and number 2 teams in 1A there. You had Decatur St. Teresa, and you also had Monticello. And St. Teresa, I don't see anybody beating them, seriously. For their conference meet, 7 in the first 9, 20 points to the number 2 team in the state, Monticello 43. Now, I think Monticello is a great team, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if anybody's going to touch St. Teresa. Rachel Devereaux, Ivy Hanley went 1-2 in that race, or I think Hannah Huska was second. Yeah, I think that was the case. I didn't write that down. I thought I took good notes today. I didn't. On the boys' side, Shelbyville won the boys' race over number 10 Monticello. Shelbyville's rated number 3. Some people are saying, oh, they should be rated lower because they have a tight pack. But the way that this 1A race shakes out right now with individuals and everything else like that, and where their pack will line up, Shelbyville's going to be pretty good. They had a 36-second split, and that may be enough to do the trick in this meet. Individual winner, I don't have an individual winner on the boys, sorry. The South 7 meet was run at Carbondale. Savannah Ames of Belleville-Altoff won the race easily, 36 seconds. Carbondale, 5 in the first 7, won the girls' race pretty easily. There was a little bit of a surprise on the boys' side. Mount Vernon was ranked number 24 in 2A, was defeated 30-32 over. They were defeated by Carbondale. Jeez, that's why I don't edit. David Motor of Mount Vernon was the winner in that race. But it shows up right now. There are about 3 or 4 teams in the Decatur-MacArthur sectional that are pretty solid, and that 5th spot is wide open right now. I think there's about 3 or 4 teams that could contest for it. So, Mississippi Valley Conference at Highland was closer than I expected. On the girls' side, Troy Triad, 32 points to host Highland's 40 points. Hope Elliott was the individual winner, 1941 in that race. Boys side, even closer. Troy Triad, ranked in the top 25 in 2A, only a 1-point winner over Waterloo, 52 to 53. Individual race, good individual race. Chris Martin, talented sophomore from Mascouta, was the winner, 15:43. Only a 1-second winner over Sam Welburn of Jerseyville, 15:44 for him. Then you had Josh Rodenberg of Waterloo, 15:53. And Murphy Afholder, who was 10th last year in 2A state meet, was 4th in that, 16:15. So hopefully he's doing okay. Maybe it was an off day for him. Watch for him to bounce back during the state series. And then the other meet on Thursday was the Independent School League, bunch of Chicago area small private schools, and was run at Washington Park. Boys race, Latin High, rated in, are they rated in 2A or 1A? They should be. They scored 25 points. Andy Nadler of Latin won the race, 16:26. And on the girls' side, Chicago University High won the team battle, 39 to 52 over Chicago Latin. So, individually, Sarah Kersey of U High, sorry Sarah, I should know your name, won the race 18:12, which is a pretty good time for Sarah. We get to Friday. I was at the DuPage Valley meet, and I was kind of shocked with the outcome in the girls' race. Thought it was going to be closer, and when I showed the results to Naperville North's coach Dan Iverson, Dan said, wow, and he thought it was going to be closer too. And that's not a slap in the face of Naperville Central or Wheaton South. Naperville North is that good. They are that deep. They go, one coach said 15, 16 deep, and that's probably the case. They scored only like 20 points. Wheaton Warrenville South, 70 points, which is a surprise to me. I thought they would be closer, and they were out of the race by the first mile. So hopefully they'll bounce back the next week at regionals and then sectionals. They run like this at sectionals, they're not going to make it downstate. Naperville Central should be rated higher, and they're going to probably move up in the ratings. Was third, only 1 point behind Wheaton Warrenville South. Individual race, Ellie DeTuris, sophomore from Naperville North, moved away from her teammate Maria McDaniel around the 2-mile mark and won by about 10 seconds. Boys race, good boys race. It was a close battle. It became a 3-man race all the way through. Jimmy Chow from Naperville North pulled away in the last 400. Won in about 14:46. Nolan McKenna from Wheaton South, second, 15:51. And Omar Gomez of West Aurora was 14:58. Team-wise, Wheaton North, number 16, surprised Naperville North, 50 to 55. Actually, Wheaton North was up by a lot more at 2 miles. Give credit to Naperville North. Made a charge in that last mile, and it was able to pick off some guys at the end, but Wheaton North held them off. Their 4th and 5th runner, Wyatt Didier and Zach Ewalt, moved up nicely in that last quarter mile to counteract the Naperville North moves. And Wheaton North won. They deserved to win. They ran a great race, 50 to 55 there. And other meets, Mid-Illini meet, mostly 2A schools. The girls' team race, Dunlop and number 18 Morton in 2A tied at 65. It went to the 6th runner, and Dunlop had a better 6th runner, 24 to 33. So they get the team title individually. Madison Leffler of Canton. And she, I mean, we'll talk about the 1A individual race when we get to one of these conference meets. Madison could be one of those runners that's in the top 10 this year for Canton. Canton's has a good 1A team, and we'll see there. Bridget Carius, in her first year of cross country, gets second in her conference meet. How neat is that? 18:29. Wow, we're only at 10 minutes, and we're only this far down. Okay. Another meet, Western Big Six, held at Saukey Golf Course in Rock Island. Girls race, it was Moline all the way. Molina's a strong team. They should go back downstate in 3A. I don't know where they're going to move in the ratings. If they'll move into the top 25, who knows. they won the race, 28 points for them. And another individual runner that we haven't really talked about, that she's starting to come on strong, Stephanie Say of Galesburg. I believe she's a sophomore. Stephanie won the race over very good Haley Verbicki, 17:33 to 17:59 on this rolling course. So the 2A race isn't wide open. We've talked about Katie Adams and Marengo, but Stephanie Say, Stephanie Say will have a say in the outcome. That was corny. So we'll wait and see on that. On the boys' side, kind of a surprise here. Won a Rock Island Alleman, 34 points off of a 1-4 finish by, a 2-4 finish. 2-4 finish, or 2-6 finish. Jeez. 2-6 finish by Ethan Atflinger and Zach Hurd. Led Rock Island Alleman to the win 34-42 over East Moline United, who was led by Austin Webster, who won the individual race in 15-18. So it kind of surprised me a little bit. I thought, it was 34-42, it was only 8 points, but East Moline has historically usually runs a good race at their conference meet. I don't know if they ran a great race, ran a good race. Let's just say Alleman ran a better race. So one more meet on Friday, and then we'll get to the slew of the meets on Saturday. The Southwest Conference meet held at East St. Louis's Frank Holden Park. And I have partial results in TFX right now. Hope I've got the full results. Thank you to George Patrolick of Edwardsville for taking pictures of the results that they had at the meet and sending them to me. I promise I'll get them up sometime during the day on Monday. But partially, O'Fallon took 5 in the first 6 places in the girls' race, won pretty easily. 1-2 finish, Tammy Cardenas ran 18:30 to win, and Samantha Lapp of O'Fallon also second in 18:31. Boys' race, a little bit closer than I thought. O'Fallon 23, Edwardsville 38. Edwardsville has a pretty good team. O'Fallon went 1-2-3. Alex Reba, he's back, and no doubts there. He was a little bit under the weather. That's the reports we're getting. He is back at full strength. He was right with Patrick Harrier the entire way. They went 1-2. Alex won in 14:48. Patrick 14:49, and then Dorian Gordon was third for them. And then Edwardsville went 4-5-6. O'Fallon split on 5 runners, 74 seconds. Now I know that they're going to have 2 runners up in the top 5, top 10 at state meet. But when you have that big of a gap, especially with teams like York and Palatine and Neuqua Valley and Lyons running these minuscule splits that they have been running, it's going to make things interesting. So they're going to need to bring that down. They need to bring it down to 60 seconds if they want to do anything at state. Saturday meets, here we go. Big 12 meet at Danville. Combination of 2A, 3A schools here. Girls race, Normal West beat crosstown rival Normal Community 46-52. Great job by the number 13 ranked team in 2A. Great job by them. Emily Brailsford of Normal West won the individual race over Emily Peterson of Normal Community. So a tight battle there. Boys race, Normal Community. Now they could make it downstate. They host their own sectional, and that is traditionally one of the weaker sectionals in state in 3A. They have a shot. They defeated a pretty good Bloomington team, 2A school, 49-69. Johnny Leverance, now he was 25th last year in 3A. He won the individual race. Danville's in 2A this year, so everybody's talking about these names. Leverance is going to sneak up on people at state. That's my little prediction or whatever. Brought to you by Coke, unofficially by Coke. In any case, now the big Northern Conference in Rock Falls, I got partial results from that. So if you're watching from a big Northern Conference, and I haven't received the full results yet, they're not up on TFX, but I do have partial results I can share with you. Girls level, Marengo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Easily won the team race, 16 points. Katie Adams beat her teammate Allie Sprague by over a minute, 17-19 to 18-32. Great battle there. Not a great battle. Katie just ran away with it. She shows that she is one of the favorites for the 2A title. In the boys' race, Richmond Burton defeated Rock Island Alaman last week, or placed higher than Rock Island Alaman at Sterling. Well, they won, beat number 10 Winnebago 57-78. Brant Cole of Rock Falls won the individual race 15-38. Richmond Burton actually, first finisher was DJ Wolfram in 6th place, but they had 3 runners in the top 10. Had a good pack too. Richmond Burton is going to be one of those schools similar to Shelbyville that I think is going to make a little bit of noise at state. Central State 8. Now this is the meet that I wanted to talk a little bit about 1A individual competition. The girls' race, now they had lightning delays at Springfield. They had to delay it. The course was a mess, like every other course in Illinois on Saturday. Individually, boy, I hope I get your name right. Emma Schelsvig of Jacksonville, only a sophomore. She was the individual winner, and it's a good field. She won in 1853. Megan McLean of Springfield Sacred Heart was second in 1901. The one runner that we thought would be the favorite in this race, Megan McNichols, she had a rough week according to her coach. Well, we know, we talked about it in the weekend preview show, that she injured her ankle at the Carlinville Invitational. Well, it doesn't look like it's fully recovered. She was 23rd in the conference race. Now, she looked like she was going to be the stone cold lead lock, whatever, for 1A. She looked like she was going to be the big favorite. That opens things up right now. Let's, before burying, the chances of her winning 1A, let's wait to see what she does in regionals and sectionals. But Megan's a talented runner. Hopefully she gets back. I'd like to see her running great like she was early in the year, and I'm sure she will be. Team-wise, hey. Chatham Glenwood, ranked number 9th in 2A, had only a 37-second split. And kudos to my former college running mate, Jay Rogers. Congratulations, Jay. Team championship over a pretty good Springfield team, 45-49. So great job, Jay, and great job, Lady Titans. You did great for your school. Boys race, but boy, Springfield looks really good right now. They had 6 in the first 11, tight split. Won the team title 31-66 over Springfield Sacred Heart Griffin. Individually, Mark Mayton of Chatham Glenwood defended his individual title. Won pretty easily by about 28 seconds. Oh, he ran 15:28. But he won fairly easily over Tyler Owens of Springfield. So great job, Mark, also. We're going down, as you can tell, I'm going alphabetically. So if you're watching this tape, you can forward ahead and go, okay, he's at M now. That's our conference. Go figure. Brought to you by Coke. Any case, Central Suburban League. Woo! Central Suburban League. Great meet that went on there. Surprisingly close in the girls' meet. Shocked. I think a lot of you were too. Crystal Lake, no, not Crystal Lake. New Trier went 1-3-4. Courtney Ackerman was first. Mimi Smith third. Jessica Ackerman fourth. But Maine South placed 4 runners in the top 10 and put a scare into the Lady Trevians. New Trier did win 36-42, but wow, in a meet like that, that's going to raise the confidence level for Maine South. It may raise a few questions for New Trier. Caitlin Fry, I think it is, and Kathleen Keene were the 4th and 5th runners for New Trier that came through in the clutch for New Trier and Coach John Burnside, and did the job. So congratulations to New Trier. On the boys' side, when you have 5 rated teams in there, anything can happen, and it sure certainly did here. Mika Beller won the individual race 15:35 over John Vaccaro of Maine South. Maine South ran. This was, I think, their first. This was their best race of the year so far. They won the team title, 47 points over. They were ranked 21st over number 22 New Trier, 66 points. Number 13 Now Swiss was 82 points, and then Highland Park, rated 18th, was 4th with 93, and Deerfield, who's ranked in the top 10 in 2A, was 5th with 105 points, so pretty close there.